What is a petition for leave to sell? My name is Wanda Rochelle, and I'm a licensed realtor and probate specialist here in Georgia. Let's get right into it. If you're going through the probate process and you have real estate to sell, you may need to file what is called a petition for leave to sell. Please note, every situation is different, and I highly suggest you speak to an attorney for guidance in your particular situation. Your probate file may not require this form, but just in case it does, I want to give you this quick video on today just to show you where to locate the document and what it looks like. So let's get started. You can locate the standard probate forms by simply doing a Google search. So as you can see here, I pulled up my screen and this is the Google page, and you're simply going to enter Georgia standard probate forms. Now don't worry, I have also included a link to the site in the description area. Now, I'm not an attorney, so I'm not qualified to give you instructions on how to complete this document. However, I do want to show you the form just as a reference. So we're here on the site, and these are all of the forms that you would be using, or your attorney if you're filing a probate in the state of Georgia. So for this particular video, we are looking for the petition for leave to sell. And there it is, petition of personal representative for leave to sell property. So this is what the form looks like. The first thing we notice is that it gives you instructions on how to complete the form. And that's helpful to you if you don't have an attorney. And like I said before, otherwise, if you did have an attorney, the attorney would be doing this for you. So the first 2 pages give you the instructions on how to complete the document, and then we get into the actual document. So it asks for the county name here. You would have your loved one's name there. But like I said, I can't give you instructions on how to complete it. You do need to seek legal advice. But this is what the document looks like. And it is actually about 12 pages. On the form, it's going to ask you what property you're seeking to sell, and it will ask you how much you want to sell it for. And so I want you to realize too that when we reference properties, we could be talking about a land lot, residential, or commercial properties. I did neglect to mention that the personal representative would be the one that would be completing this form. And the personal representative sometimes is called a PR, and that's the actual executor or administrator of the estate. So again, this is what the form looks like. Still scrolling. This is what it looks like. And so that's the form. Now, it's filed at the courthouse, and it does have to be notarized. And at that point, once it's filed, if you have any heirs or if you have any beneficiaries, they will be notified of your request to sell the property. And so at that point, they're going to give the heirs or the beneficiaries a time frame to object to the petition. So if there are no objections, the judge may approve it, or he or she may not approve it, depending on other factors in the petition. And so one question you may have is, how long will this take? Well, every circumstance will be different, so that's difficult to say. You're actually at the mercy of the courts. While we're waiting, as a probate specialist, if I'm the agent assigned to sell the property, I like to reach out to my client or the probate clerk periodically just to see where we are and if we have an update from the courts. And this is important because keep in mind the buyer is waiting. They want to know when we're closing. The attorney's office is waiting. They also want to know when we will be closing. Now let's fast forward. My seller client has gone through the probate process and there were or were not any objections. The judge may have asked for additional documentation. Again, every probate file will be different, but in this case, let's assume the judge has given approval for the property to be sold. I've found that the attorney's office will want proof. They want something in writing. Let's see what that document looks like. So here we have a copy of an actual final order that was filed in the county of Clayton County, which is one of the counties here in Georgia. I did change the name so that we don't have the actual person's name or address. But as you can see, we have the stamp here from the courthouse in re estate of Mickey Mouse. That would be the deceased person's name would go there. There's the estate number there, and then here's the actual paragraph for the final order. The petition of Jane Doe, and that would be the PR's name here. So as we can see, there was no objections filed, and they went ahead and approved it. They approved, as you can see, authorization to sell 222 Main Street in Happy, Georgia, for no less than $667,000. And the judge in this case also required a bond in the amount of $2 million. And so this is an actual, again, it gives you an example of what a final order looks like. As you can see here, the judge signed, and that is an actual judge that's in one of the counties here in Clayton County. And then it has a seal. So this is what the attorney's office will require in order for us to close. So now, again, depending on the circumstances that will be in your particular process, getting to this point may be a huge hurdle. I've seen probate cases where the siblings could not agree on how to handle the estate. I've seen probate cases where there are 10 plus beneficiaries or heirs. And so it may have taken months or even years to get to this point. But guess what? You survived. So with that said, unfortunately, family disputes are real when it comes to probate. So I do have another video that you can watch that talks about how to overcome family disputes. Be sure to check that out. Thank you for watching on today. It's my prayer that this information has been helpful to you. Please subscribe, like the video, comment below if you have any questions. Feel free to share the video with your loved ones and your family. And I thank you for watching on today, and I'll see you on the next video.